Many times in this class we need to use the cross product to solve for an unknown quantity inside of a proportion. When I say a proportion, I mean two fractions that are equal to each other, equivalent fractions. And so in this case we're trying to solve for the numerator. We don't know the numerator above the 35. So in this case I'll use x. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to say 3/5 is equal to x over 35. Now the reason we call it the cross product is because I'm going to circle across from each other. I'm circling 5 times x. The word product means multiply. So we're multiplying 5 times x equals 3 times 35. And it's important in algebra that we write out the steps like this, and that we don't actually do the 3 times 35 until this step. So here I go. 3 times 35 on my calculator is 105. So I type in 105. So this means 5 times some number equals 105. How can we find out what that number is? To solve this equation, we need to undo this multiplying by 5. And we undo multiplying by dividing both sides of the equation by 5. When I do that, I get 5 divided by 5 is 1x equals 105 divided by 5 is 21. This, I think, is our answer. There is a way to check that too. We can say 3/5 is equal to, and I'm going to put a question mark, 21 over 35. Let's see if that really is true by converting each fraction to a decimal. So 3 out of 5 is 0.6 or 60%. 21 out of 35 is also 0.6. Because the left and right sides match each other, we know that 21 is the correct answer, and so 21 would go in the numerator. Likewise, let's say we are trying to solve for the denominator of this fraction d. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, all of this is still equal to 3/5, so on the side here, 3/5 is equal to 111 over d. So let's do the cross product. 3 times d equals 5 times 111. So I'm going to write 5 times 111. 5 times 111 is 555 equals 3d. Like last time, to undo the multiplying by 3, we need to divide both sides of the equation by 3. When we do that, 3 divided by 3 is 1, so I just get 1d equals 555 divided by 3 is 185. So that is the answer in my cross product. And we can check this as well by dividing 111 out of 185. When I do that, I get 0.6. And before we did 3/5 already is 0.6. So we know that our denominator really is 185. And that's how we solve for any side of a cross product.